Hey everybody and welcome back to BK's Bullets. Today we're going to talk about Peacemaker and why you should watch it. Hey everybody and welcome back to BK's Bullets. My name is Brent Casina and yes, we are back. It might be a little echoey. I am in the new man cave. I have an additional shelf right here, so I've kind of spread some things out. Still a lot of things in flux. If it's a bit echoey, I don't have a rug underneath me now. We're still doing some reno on the master bathroom, so like my wife and I are sleeping up here in the man cave. While that's being done, hopefully we're like 2 weeks away from that. And I still have stuff just everywhere, nothing decorated. The only thing I have up is this stuff, and I have the TV setup done. So if you want to see what that looks like, you can go check out my man cave tour that I did in between Christmas and New Year's in the old house. I've pretty much got it set up the exact same way. So that is that. But we're going to be talking about Peacemaker today. So I haven't done any videos in a while because we've been moving and stuff like that. But I have been watching Peacemaker on a weekly basis. And I've got to say, this is probably the best show that I'm watching on a weekly basis right now. I mean, yeah, there's not a whole lot that I'm watching on a weekly basis. I watch a lot of Hulu, and SVU, Law and Order, that kind of stuff I enjoy. I watch Book of Boba Fett. Me and my wife are trying to get through Ozark season 4, although it's really slow because we're really busy with the move and everything like that. But Peacemaker I've been watching every week, and I've finally decided to do a video on it because, man, it is really good. And what is surprising to me is that, like, I watched the Suicide Squad movie here, not here at home, at the old home, but at home on HBOMax. And I thought, it's okay. It was enjoyable, but it wasn't great. There were a lot of people that were proclaiming it as the best thing ever, that kind of thing. And that didn't really jive with my experience. I thought it was just fine. And that's okay. Nobody has to like everything. But this Peacemaker show, which is a sequel spin-off of that movie, is the greatest thing I've seen in a long time. And I've seen all comic book shows. I'm enjoying this probably on the same level as I was enjoying like WandaVision or Falcon and the Winter Soldier series. This certainly beats out Boba Fett because Boba Fett right now is like totally fan service, and Peacemaker is just finding a way to surprise me. 6 episodes in, every single episode. I liked John Cena before. I was not a wrestling fan, so I only know him as basically an actor. I knew he was a wrestler and things like that. I've seen some episodes of Total Divas or House of Bellas or whatever, so I know him from there, kind of as sort of like his maybe regular personality. But I've enjoyed him in movies like Cock Blockers, whatever that movie was called. I've enjoyed him in things. He's pretty funny, and he's leaning into that, which The Rock never did. Even though I think The Rock can be funny too, but The Rock seems like he's trying too hard when he's trying to be funny. Cena, I think, is actually funny when he's doing comedy. So that is a fun thing to experience. So I've enjoyed John Cena leaning into this comedy thing before. And he did it in Suicide Squad and James Gunn, and it just seems to be the good mesh of the way John Cena wants to portray himself and how James Gunn wants to portray Peacemaker, that whole thing. I think it's really, really interesting, and boy, am I really enjoying it. There's something about these two, and maybe it's the television format that I'm enjoying more. I enjoyed Peacemaker in the movie. I think he was the best part of that movie, but there's something about this television format that is hitting more for me than the Suicide Squad movie ever did. I enjoyed the first 20 minutes of that movie, and as it got on, I felt like it got a little long, but for some reason, maybe it's the length, I'm just really, really enjoying the way that this show is doing what it's doing. I think it's fantastic. There's other characters in here that they were in the Suicide Squad for a bit second, a bit part or something like that. And I think it's really cool of James Gunn to call these people and be like, hey, I know you only had 2 lines in the entire The Suicide Squad movie, but do you want to be in a TV show and be in every episode and be series regulars? That's a huge career move for a lot of these characters. Hardcourt, I want to call him Beard Man, Beard Die. Diebeard is what Peacemaker calls him the first couple episodes. I forget his last name. That guy. Mern is really cool. He's a new character. But just lifting that team that was like the guys behind the screen, or the guy at the computer, as they call him in Spider-Man, and pulling them into like a real operations setting is kind of cool. And you're seeing them like break out, and they're not really, some of them are a little more experienced than others. And then you take the actress from Orange is the New Black who plays Otabaya, and her name is Danielle. I can't remember her last name, but she's fantastic in the Orange is the New Black. If you have not watched that, she's fantastic in that. She plays this character called Tasty there. I really enjoyed her in that show, so I'm really enjoying her here as Otabaya, as Waller's daughter and stuff like that. She's great. And you've got John Cena doing his thing. You have Mern, who's a new character, providing lots of layers, who's just kind of like the no shit guy. And as all of this stuff is unfolding, I'm like, oh wow, this is really cool. This setup. You have multiple plot threads moving, and it seems like they're all coming to a head here in the last two. I think there's 2 episodes left. I think there's a total of 8, and we've seen 6 so far. Just a really phenomenal show. I think you will really enjoy how things play out in this show. I think the humor plays out a little bit better on television, because there seems to be, like, I guess I'm more used to watching comedies on television than necessarily in the movie theater. If it is a comedy, maybe it's like all comedy or something, but like this action comedy thing seems like it's more friendly to television than it is to a movie, where like there's many moments where Vigilante and Peacemaker are like riffing on something. You'll have a riff of a scene or something like that, and that in the movie it felt like that was playing on a little long, whereas in this show it feels like it's just the right amount. I'm always laughing when they're riffing. And maybe it's the actor playing Vigilante in John Cena as opposed to the characters in the movie who were doing the riffing sometimes. Like, I feel like Harley Quinn is getting a little tired for me as that character. But the way that it's doing it in the TV show, I'll just enjoy. Like, there was a moment, they were talking to an alien in a jar on this last episode. And they were doing the knock once for yes, knock twice for no thing. And Vigilante just did not get it. And he's like, is your favorite, what is your favorite color? Is it teal? And then like they're just arguing with each other. Like, why would you ask that question? Well, I don't know. How would you ever know his favorite color? Aren't you interested to know what his favorite color is and why it might be teal? Just hilarious takes that I've never heard before, that I've never thought of, that I thought were really, really entertaining and really, really funny. So I think Peacemaker is well worth your time to watch. As far as like the other HBOMax shows I've watched, Titans, I'm still like trying to finish Titans season 3. I've kind of not enjoyed it very much. I have not seen Doom Patrol. I have not seen, is there another show on HBOMax? I haven't seen Young Justice, the new seasons 3 and 4. I haven't seen those at all either. Haven't seen Umbrella Academy, so like those may be good, but I feel like Peacemaker, the one that we tried to watch Umbrella Academy. I couldn't get into it, but we only tried 1 episode, so I probably need to watch more. But Peacemaker, I feel like the first episode you're in, and that opening sequence, you've probably heard about it nonstop if you haven't started watching Peacemaker already. That opening sequence is just a grab your attention. I've not skipped it yet. I want to watch it. I think it's hilarious. They're holding on. They don't start the dance immediately. You see them like kind of be human and then jump. And then there's that moment at the end where you can see like John Cena breathing as he's holding Judo Master on his shoulder. The fact that Judo Master is in this show is freaking hilarious, because he's a hilarious character in this show. Like he makes sense in the world. Like what I like about this show is that everything does make sense in the world. And then at the same time as it does make sense, there's still a lot of jokes to be had about stuff making sense or how things are the way they are. There's jokes about Superman. There's jokes about Batman. There was a joke about Wonder Woman. There was a scene in this latest episode, in episode 6, where Peacemaker's doing like a show and tell at school, and he's answering questions. He's just like, not yelling at kids, but just saying like, hey, hey, Sad Eyes over there, you got a question. He's just yelling out little nicknames for these kids, and it's just hilarious. It's mean and funny, but not mean enough that you're like repulsed by Peacemaker. I also think it's really nice that they're taking the show of Peacemaker as kind of like a two-dimensional character in the Suicide Squad movie, and they're turning him into a real character and giving him pathos and a backstory and like the stuff with his dad, his brother, and just this last episode of the whole piano scene. Like John Cena's playing the piano beautifully. Like this is a multi-talented guy. He does his own stunts. He plays his own piano. Like they really went out of their way to show every angle to like John Cena's massive muscular hands to play the piano. And it's like, this is not a pianist with like these tiny little fingers and they're showing just, you know, Peacemaker's face. It's like, no, we're doing it over the shoulder. We're showing him pressing him all the keys on the right time. He's playing it. It was a little simple and then it got more complicated and you're like, oh wow, John Cena's really playing this. He actually plays piano. He speaks Mandarin because he's trying to make it big in China. You know, he's a multi-talented guy, so bravo for John Cena. But I think he is just, like, if John Cena only does Peacemaker stuff for this, I will fucking love it forever. I think it's awesome that every interview he's done for Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad, I think most of them, he's worn the Peacemaker outfit. Like, that's part of the gimmick. You know, I'm John Cena, but I'm still dressed as Peacemaker. I'm wearing this outfit. You know, he was promoting the Suicide Squad wearing that Peacemaker outfit from the set of Peacemaker's, like, trailer home. Just all these little layers of humor that he injects it, and he's so fun, and you can really tell, I think he's enjoying doing this. All these interviews and all this stuff, like, just, he's embracing the inherent goofiness of it, of wearing that, like, toilet bowl helmet. And he's done that from the very beginning, and I think that's why it works so much, is that John Cena is game to play this character and just run with it. So I think Peacemaker is a show well worth your time. There's great characters, there's great story, there's great action, there's great humor. I can't stop loving it enough, and it is something that I cannot wait to watch every week when it comes out. So if you haven't watched Peacemaker yet, get HBOMax, try it out. Let me know down below if this video got you to watch it, or if you're loving it right now as much as I am. So thank you guys for watching. We will have more episodes coming to you in the future. As things get settled, I'll have more time to read more, do some more reviews. I've got some unboxings of Funko Pops up there to do, and we will see you guys on a more regular schedule here coming in the future. So just bear with me. Things are in flux, but thank you guys for sticking around, and I hope you enjoy Peacemaker. Thanks you for watching. We'll see you guys in the funny pages.